Everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome from you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, entertainment only, legal reasons for that, just like news outlets say allegedly. So what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, goodness me, so much to look at. I just want to mention, I may do a reading on this in a couple of days' time, but I want to have a mention of the Bitcoin crypto. Apparently, a senior White House official, Bo Hines, has announced that Senator Cynthia Lummis, I can't even read my own writing, a GOP senator has introduced a bill into Congress for the Reserve Bank to sell gold and buy 1 million crypto or Bitcoin. Well, that's a bit of a pump and dump. Actually, speaking of which, Tesla as well. If you're wondering why the share price of Tesla is going up, it's an absolute pump. It is to protect. What I'm feeling is there are some major players with big spare change that are buying up to protect Fleon from getting a margin call. I'm just going to put it out there because I believe because he sold a number of his shares last year, if the shares hit $2.20 or below, he will get a margin call. I think they're up to about $2.87 at the moment. It's not honest investment. It is very much protection of Fleon, very similar to the DJT. Untruth Social shares had a big pump on them as well to try and make them look better, and they're now back down. So I'm just going to say with the gold converting gold to crypto, yeah, that's what they want the golden Fort Knox for. The government, the Congress, does not have the authority to order the Reserve Bank, from what I understand, to do so. The Reserve Bank does not take orders from any political party. They are supposed to be independent. They are there to manage the reserves of the United States for the people of the United States. I've got that horribly wrong. Let me know. I haven't actually read up on it, but I believe that's how it's meant to go. So, for example, a president cannot order interest rates to be changed. They can't. They're not allowed to. It's illegal to do so, unless you happen to be in an autocratic dictatorship. But, okay, I'm going to leave that there for the moment. I just wanted to put that out there. What I actually want to have a look at in this particular reading is PineGap. PineGap is an installation in the middle of Australia near a rather large town called Alice Springs, out in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere. I believe it employs about 1,300 people either based or employed there, and about 800 people from Alice Springs actually work in PineGap as well. It is a secure facility where nobody, and I mean nobody, without clearance is allowed to enter upon threat of getting bang-banged. There have been protests around the perimeters because a lot of Australians don't like the fact that we've got this potential target right in the middle of our country if there was ever a fallout. It is an intelligence facility, but it also houses the early missile launching system as well for the Southern Hemisphere. Huge investment. Set up in the 1960s. I just want to see what's going on in PineGap. I am, given the current regime that's happening in the US, given the fact that the current regime in the US cannot be trusted with international intelligence of any sort. And I don't feel that they are getting any. But where does that put PineGap? So show me. Is PineGap, is the intelligence facility we threw that one out, is the intelligence facility at PineGap supplying the US government with intelligence, with the normal amount of intelligence? Okay, thank you. They're wanting me to say, is the Intelligence facility at PineGap withholding intelligence from the current regime. Are they withholding? This is the Australian core of the Five Eyes. I mean, our ASIO, which is our spy agency, are also part of the Five Eyes, as well as, I imagine, the Federal Police. But this is the core facility. Show me. Are they withholding intelligence? Let's have a look. I'd say that's probably a yes. It's the Eight of Cups. You've got 3 cups spilt, 5 cups still full. So this is walking away from what emotionally does not serve as the moon is exposing secrets that were hidden. So I would say yes. I would say they're on an emotional level. The decision has been made. Given the 3 spilt cups, the betrayal of allies. Now, this figure here is not actually walking. They're standing there defending the 5 full cups from what is being revealed by this full moon. So I think yes. I think given the betrayal with the 3 spilt cups, the loss, the betrayal, this figure is standing firm, protecting the 5 that is still standing from what is being revealed out of the darkness. The challenge is the 10 of Swords. There may be some legal action to try and force them, or there might be some intelligence information that will bring about the downfall of certain somebodies. The Swords of Truth here are poised to fall. They haven't fallen yet. They are poised to fall. I'm getting there's a real conflict, not a conflict of interest at PineGap, an internal, an emotional conflict, because they have information about their homeland that they haven't yet brought forward. Okay, let's see where this goes. It could be about dark money. It could be about secret arrangements, or it could simply be working together with other intelligence agencies and keeping the information hidden. Give Grey Dog a little kick. She keeps licking her paw, but there's nothing there. It's one of those, the more she licks it, the worse it gets. I think this is more work. Okay, it is a single figure here. I think they're hoarding the information that's been brought in from those that they work with. Perhaps Australia, Canada, and another. I think they're keeping it protected. Okay, in the past, we've got Joe Biden. Joe Biden set up some we aren't fully aware of all of them. Joe Biden set up some protections for places like PineGap. We don't know what those protections were. He may have issued some instruction that enables them to do this. Protects the information. Okay, let's see where this goes. Crowning the reading, we've got the 9 of Cups, can be the wish fulfillment. However, you've got the rat in the ceiling here pooping in the cup. I think it's just all about agreements that were made almost on a personal level rather than an official level. You know, quietly in the pub type thing. Australians, boy, we make a lot of business agreements are made over a pint in the pub. Very much so. But you've got the rat up here pooping in this 1 cup. So it's almost like this 1 cup's being offered up, but the rest are being protected. It's the feeling I'm getting. It's a nightmare situation. Absolutely. They are caught between a rock and a hard place in this nightmare situation about what information, because swords can be about the truth, about knowledge, about wisdom, legal action as well, but about what they actually give to this figure that is hovering over them, covered from head to toe in red, hoping that the owl comes in from the blue to save the day, perhaps, or maybe they know information that will bring the owl in. Yeah, they're in a nightmare situation. We've got here the magician, the rabbit out of the hat, the manipulation. Now, he's got everything at his disposal that he needs here. We've got it in this holding pattern here. Yeah, I think PineGap is is practically in a holding pattern internally because of this sense of betrayal. Absolutely. This real sense that we've got the 3 spilt cups here, we've got the 3 spilt cups as the first signifier card with the 8 of cups. This public, very public betrayal. So they're protecting what they can. Hopes and fears, the King of Wands. This is my Mark Rutte card. We'll see how it goes. Page of Cups. Unexpected information coming out of left field that's going to bring things to an end and legally restrict those involved in these nefarious partnerships and agreements that chain themselves to the devil energy. Very seductive looking devil, but chain themselves to this devil energy. Wow. Okay. I am going to say that PineGap is not passing everything on. It's almost like they made I'm going to say a down the pub agreement to keep some things under wrap. Okay. Under wraps. I don't think they can be forced to pass it on either. Okay, is the Australian government aware of this? Is the Australian government aware of this? We've got an election coming up. Our opposition leader is we call him Timu Trump. We also call him Mr. Potato Head. He's just such a muppet. Cheap version of Trump. Legal action here. Legal protection. May also be my Harris card because here's the rightful queen coming forward. DNI Haynes. Volatile information coming forward about the shell game, the switcheroo, the delusion, the smoke and mirrors. But it's going to bring about a new start. Didn't even ask a question. They're just bringing it forward. Courage and strength in the immediate future, bringing this oligarchical power to an end internally. It's my Joe Biden card again, or is it? Oh, it feels Biden-y. Hopes and fears, the throwing under the bus. A lot of information coming out quickly. Justice and Tower. Do I need to say any more? We've got the Chariot, the rightful queen, the protecting as the moon shines. We've got the devil, we've got the steel, we've got the information coming forward. Oh, it just keeps going. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there. I think PineGap have made a decision those that work there. They are, I think Joe Biden put something in place for them prior to his leaving where they are protected. They are, in the face of this treason and betrayal, and they're protecting, I think they themselves are protected. Okay, I might leave that one there. And I think they got some information. It's just waiting for the cards to fall in the right place. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Love to you all. Take care.